Jump in. So let me say, it's Friday. I thank
Yeah,
you.
thank
The
you, Miss
show is
Sheila.
called What's on Your Mind. It's about real people, real issues, having a real conversation every Friday. So with that said, I'll let you go ahead, introduce yourself, and just tell people who you are and what you do, what you're currently doing.
My name is Monika Reed. In the industry, I'm known as Reed. I am the owner and founder of Just for Entertainment, which is an entertainment consulting and casting company. I do a lot of training with talents, everybody of all types. Um, I've been doing this now since I personally, I've been an artist since I was 14,
Wow.
started in gospel music because my family is very well known in gospel music. And I just branched off from there, being blessed to do other things, going to do R&B for a while and do plus size print modeling for a job, So I've had a good life. And in the
Yes.
midst of that, being a momager with 4 kids in the industry, it's like, whoa. But yeah, I am on the board for the Peachtree Village International Film Festival. I'm honored because two of the founders, Lynn Gibson and Mr. James J.B. Brown, they saw enough in me to give me Tommy Ford's seat.
Oh, wow.
So those are big shoes to fill,
Yeah.
figuratively and literally.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
right.
So just being the entire organizer director for that project, and this is our 15th year, and just like everyone else, we still gonna do it. We're gonna do it COVID style.
Yes.
So the film festival will be virtually online, and it has caused me to use all of my talents to come together, So with that being said, I have so many hats.
Yes.
I've done literally a lot. We're in my office, as you can probably see behind me. Our favorite president is back there. So there
Oh,
he
yes.
is.
Yes. Hello.
Yeah, that's like the best gig, job, employment opportunity that I have ever had in my life, that I was, to this day, do not know who the angel was that referred me to the campaign.
Wow.
Based off of the success that I was doing for casting in Chicago. That's how I got recommended to the campaign. And so
Wow.
now I'm down here in Black Hollywood and the
Okay.
south suburb of Atlanta. We're not doing a whole lot right now because we're kind of on shutdown, but
Yeah.
it's all good. We're still forced now to read even more, strategize even more, and be even more creative with the way we're now going out to, shoot. Before, you would have hundreds of people on a set. So now it's forcing us to literally just have who needs to be on there.
Right. Right.
So
Wonderful. Should people be allowed to obscure their identities online? Corporations are considered people too. Should they be allowed to obscure their identity online as well?
Depends on what it's for.
Okay. What do you mean by that?
For instance, if it's something dealing with, for instance, if it's someone that has been a victim of domestic violence, and those people and they're, changing their identity. I am a survivor, so I've worked with others.
Okay.
When you have someone that is running away from an abuser, they cannot reveal who they are.
Okay.
So in cases like that, then no, I do not think that it would be smart to reveal their identity or anything. I would have them behind a screen or have their face shadowed out, have their voice distorted, all the above. Now, if it's something for Chicago lottery or something, then yeah, show their face.
Right, yeah.
If that's what they want. Other than that, they may have a whole bunch of cousins they know they had.
Right. Right. Okay, good. Now, do you think
it's case by case? That's one of those case by case.
Now, do you think corporations should be allowed to obscure their identity online?
No,
Yeah.
especially with, choose my words real good,
Hey, this is about what's on your mind, so let it roll.
with that thing that is currently infesting the White House.
Yes. Yes.
It has poisoned the mind of that special number of investors, the richer of the rich, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and got a lot of those are literally our upper level corporate Americans, billionaires and millionaires.
Mm-hmm.
That's who's running it, you know.
Yeah.
So with that being said, many of them own these big corporations like the IBMs and the Xeroxes and so forth. So we need to know if you're up there and you're supporting him. We need to know. For instance, when it was right, I believe, right before they had George Floyd's funeral,
Mm.
and you know, a lot of those big corporations started making their voice known.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, Home Depot said they did not support Black Lives Matter. I was like, oh, and I don't support you. I'm now working, I'm going to Lowe's for my home goods.
Yeah.
And that's what I've been doing. If you can't support me and they're getting it misconstrued about what Black Lives Matter means,
Right.
it's not saying that nobody else's life don't mean
Matter. Right. Don't matter.
less. It's the point that mine matter because I'm the one that has always been under the foot of
Yes.
everything, even those that don't even know that they're under the foot, under a knee of life. All these years, we're still enslaved. Yeah, they say we've been free for over 400 years. Prove it. So
Okay.
when you
Right.
have somebody like that thing telling these corporations, you can do what you want, that's yours. Like he knows how to do anything. He don't even have money. He's up here using his kids' money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what I find with this whole thing, when we know what those corporations stand for and not hide behind it, we know what your truth is, then we're going to use it. I love Hobby Lobby, but now I'm conflicted because they don't support Black Lives Matter.
Right. Yeah.
You
Right.
know, it's a lot of those companies like that
Mm.
that do that. When I saw Pepsi speak up and they was like, we for it. It oh yes, black lives, white lives, purple lives, rainbow lives. We all it's like a gumbo of everything. I can respect a company like that.
Yes. Yes.
That is being unapologetic, transformed, exposing themselves. This is who we really are.
Yes. Right.
Diversity is key. And I can't take some of these white collar companies who say that they're all for equality and they all for having diversity and expanding to get an understanding. Crackle learned the hard way as well. Now they actually have a Black young lady that's over their diversity department. I think all of these major companies need to have someone, if it's Asian, Mediterranean, Indian, Latino, Chicano, Mexican, whoever, they need someone of color to be in that role that they can bring somebody else. They need to see it's more to it than a color thing. It's a chance to show who we are. It's a chance to show that we are not just to build America, we built America.
America. Exactly. Exactly.
So
Exactly.
don't tell us about what we can and can't do and still want folks to be shuffling their feet. And no, we
Right.
need companies to all be very transparent when they're doing things, especially now.
Mm-hmm.
We already see what this idiot was alternative motive was from the gate. He wants to be a dictator. He wants to be just like Russia.
Right. And
Well,
just to, yeah, I know. I know. Just to pivot off of that, I'm going to go ahead and go to our next question. Do you think the final two presidential candidates need to be good debaters. Why and why not?
What Biden gonna do? He gonna be up there talking to himself?
I know.
They gonna put a mirror up there. He gonna be talking to a mirror. So there is no debate. Do you not see this fungus? He has 3 words in his vocabulary. It's awesome. It's terrific. Certainly. You got a handful of words, and if I asked him to spell any one of them, my 5-year-old granddaughter could spell it, and he can't. I mean, think about it.
Exactly.
How can he debate intellectually with anyone of that caliber? There are fetuses that are smaller than him.
Ooh, ooh, ooh,
Just think about it.
Ooh, ooh, yeah.
Anybody that sit up there and calls the Bible 2 Thessalonians is 2 Thessalonians, you idiot.
No.
2 Chronicles.
No.
I mean, children in vacation Bible school know this. I mean, there is no debate. That's an open and shut case. Let him just keep on going out and infecting toxic things that he's been doing. He's been spewing hate. Yes. He's been spewing this white supremacy mentality. Nothing is any different. And I'm so glad his niece was bold enough to expose the enemy. Yeah. And say he's always been like that. He didn't just start. He's always been like that.
Yeah, exactly. Which I totally agree. No one just happens. You are what you are from day one.
Well, that's what happens with most petri dishes. You see disease is right there. You remember in biology, you put the little petri dish underneath there. All you did was drop some water, and it's little funny things just going, little amoebas. That's all he is. He's a little funny looking amoeba.
Yeah, yeah. So with that said, I agree. I truly don't think it's going to be much of a debate. It's going to be.
It ain't no debate.
It's going to be a waste of time and waste of energy. But
Mike's gonna be up there laughing like he watching cartoons because he is. That is a cartoon. You got a squash talking to you,
right?
You can't understand nothing he's saying, and he's spewing heat. It's terrible. No, that ain't gonna be much of nothing.
Which is sad. It really is gonna just further expose the, I would say, the deep ignorance of this country, the deep hatred, the deep racism of this country, and it just continue to expose this country to other countries around the world. Like they didn't even know, but they do know.
I used to tell my kids something, and it was brought back to my remembrance recently. Whoever you are, what Shakespeare say, to thy own self be true.
Yes.
You got to be true to yourself first. But what I would always impress into my kids is be an individual. I need y'all to be a thermostat. You already have the temperature set in the room. Don't be a thermometer. You don't have to wait for the temperature to be set. You are the temperature.
I love that. Absolutely.
And if
and people need to rise up to your temperature.
Literally. We have dummied down ourselves enough.
Yes.
Our ancestors had to dummy down themselves enough. Yes. We don't have to do that anymore.
Yes.
Yeah. It's not just our Black lives matter. It's our Black women's lives matter. It's our Black men. I'm going to say our Black men.
Yes.
Lives matter. And they need to matter to each other. They need to matter to some of these women. And that's another thing. As a mother, I'm going to sidebar real quick. Of 3 grown Black men. The worst thing that people can do is continue to emasculate a Black man. He's born already with strikes against him.
Yes.
He's Black and he's male.
Yes.
That's 2. He had absolutely nothing
to do with that.
But
But
it's here.
Yes.
So from the time he leaves to go to nursery school and kindergarten, all the way through high school and college, He is told what he can do, what he won't be, and what
Right.
and all kinds of you can't, won't, shouldn't, and won't ever.
Yes.
Little by little, it's like a termite just biting at a lot of them till they have been emasculated so much that they really don't have the hope that they should. And
Yeah.
we as Black women should continue to empower them.
Absolutely.
Even the ones that are outside. One thing that I was so honored, I had the honor of having Kevin Hart. He was supposed to have been doing one of the phone banks during the campaign for me. And I had him at the Longstreet office, which was in the hood.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't do that. He went out and got the gangbangers.
Mm.
He literally went out and combed the neighborhood and showed up. He said, "Here goes some help."
Wow.
Do you know a lot of them quit that life? Actually, just a few years ago, I had the last 3 have graduated from OSU.
Oh, wonderful.
The last.
Wonderful.
So it's all about getting a chance. But I didn't look at them as the hood. I looked at them as a person. And that's what we all need to do. All of our lives do matter, but something about a Black man.
Yes.
He's carried the world on the back of his shoulders.
Absolutely.
For so long.
Yes.
That a lot of them don't know the gems that they are. They're beyond a jewel. They are unique. And that's one of the things that I think has this country such in it's entangled that it don't know how to accept them. So if I beat him down before he even opens his mouth, then I got my first lick in. If I put my knee down and I tell him when he can and can't get up, if I just shame him first, that strips him from all confidence, that strips him from all manhood, that strips him. And we all need to learn how to accept it. Sheila, one thing we still have not learned as a people, humane people, that when we don't live with our truth, we end up dying the lie that's been told to us.
To us, exactly. Absolutely.
It's been told to us. We didn't believe it, but it was told to us. So you're going to either do one or two things, either resurrect Lazarus and let him know just how good he really is, so that he can combat the evils of this world, so that he can understand just how much her vote means. Don't worry about it's not going to matter. Don't worry about that. They thought that too. That's how the electoral vote got us in this foolishness, because they was going on the popular vote instead of the electoral vote. That electoral is all them folks that, as you said, the very first question, they hide it. You can't see me. You can't see me.
Right.
Go buy my gym shoes. Go drink my pop.
Yep.
Go to my restaurant, because you can't see me.
Right. Any other words of encouragement that you can provide for our audience? Because what you're saying, you're hitting it right on the head.
At this time in our lives, if anything, this is a serious time of reflection.
Yes.
It needs to be a serious time of going back to tradition. We've gotten away from families being together. This has forced family back together. It has forced us going from sitting in front of the TV eating to going back and actually sitting at the table. It has forced us to have to look at things differently. Some companies, some people wanted to stay like this with blinders on and live in the Flintstone age. And now they have to wake up and understand you can't get up and go to the first Sunday. You're going to have your little cheese and cracker and go by that Boone's Farm and have your communion at home and watch it on the computer. Why? Because we're not in the Jetson age. I need folks to understand that they really do have to be a thermostat. They really have to set the mark. A lot of our sheroes and heroes, they're dying down. They live longer than anything because they was waiting. I really believe that they've been waiting for the next generation of Madam C.J. Walkers and the Congressman John Lewis's and the next Reverend Jackson. They waiting on them, but they can't only wait for so long before God's like, time's up.
Right.
And if we don't know anything else, our lives matter, but so does our time. What
Right.
are we doing with it? And if they're not reflecting while they're at home, but being quarantined and being smart, and please quarantine for one,
Yes.
being smart and wearing the mask and doing simple things that Big Mama and your mama told you, wash them nasty behind hands.
I know.
These are this is common sense things. So we're really going back to our basics. It's really getting to a point where folks are now learning how to plant gardens again. We're going back to the basics. Stuff that we kept trying to have this microwave mentality because we needed quick grits.
Yeah.
But it's okay to slow down. It's okay to be those individuals that take their time and live the life that we're supposed to live, the life that God has already ordained us to have, and be
Well,
true to themselves, and not as we're actors, we're entertainers, but we shouldn't have to do that in everyday life on a
right.
stage full of pretenders. When you know you're in a stage full of pretenders, then go and be around like-minded people and join together, make a change, do something, be impactful for someone beyond you.
You.
Be
Exactly.
impactful beyond your grandchildren. Do something today that 4 generations from now, it's still going to impact those people. And it starts this year. It starts right now. It's been here, but it's in our face. So if nothing else, Sheila, they need to vote. They need to get involved,
And, and
be involved.
and where can people find you on social media too?
They can find me on Instagram. They can find me on Facebook. They can find me on LinkedIn. They can find me on Pinterest. You can first find me. As
Absolutely.
the actress Monika Reed, and my company is Just for Entertainment. It is literally ebonically spelled JUS. The number 4 entertainment is spelled out. When you see those 4 children, that logo is mine. That's my bat sign.
Well, let me tell you again. I thank you. We thank you for taking the time out to be with us this evening.
It was
Prayers
an
and
honor.
blessings to you and your family. I will keep
Thank
you
you.
posted on when this episode will be out. We thank you. You know, we truly
Thank
thank you.
you.
Thank you. Continue to have a wonderful weekend and a great evening, okay?
Absolutely. And what's on your mind?
And what? Yes, exactly, exactly. Oh, and please tell your friends to share, comment, like us on our YouTube channel as well. So, if you can.
Yes.
All
God
right.
bless you. God
Bless
bless
you,
you all.
girl. Thank you. Well, I'll be in
Bless the
touch soon.
producer. I don't know where you at.
He's
Where
there.
the green room
there.
at?
He's there. Yes. Thank you so
Take
much.
care of yourself.
All right.